Saturday night live stream. I have to let it go a little bit because it doesn't jump on straight away. So I have to let it go a little bit and then hope that...
But normally I get the, are you ready? And
no,
I
not this time.
I'm not ready.
I told you it was 7 o'clock. I figured that was more than enough.
Okay,
Am I coming through yet?
I think you are.
Hello, can anyone see me out there? Hey, you Kim, how you going? Oh, I know Kim can see me. Hey, Carol, how are you? Hey, Julie, my love, and Di. Hey, Cassandra, and Megan. Hey, Lisa. I'm glad you're excited. Phyllis, how you going, love? Hey, Jane, haven't seen you around. And Brett. Oh, I can hear myself. Wait a minute. I'll put my headphones away. It's bad enough I've got to listen to myself once. I don't need to do it twice. You can see me, Phyllis. Excellent. Hey, Brett. How you going, mate? And Jenny and Susie. I can see you. Anna. Sweet. We've got a few people here tonight. Excellent. Glad you can see me, Carol. How's everybody enjoying their Easter long weekend? We've got a double celebration. We got a double celebration this weekend. It's also our eldest's birthday tomorrow. So lots of chocolate and lots of cake this weekend. I've been waiting for the last 2 months to have an excuse to eat chocolate and cake at the same time. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right, well, we better get into it, stop this chitter-chatter and jump straight into the demonstrations because that's what you guys have come along for. So we've got 2 weaves tonight. Bee Stings will be the first one that I demonstrate, which is quite a fairly easy weave to do. And then I will show you how to do Bipolar Bee Stings. So although it's got the same name and it's kind of a variation of the weave, it is quite different and it's a little trickier to do. So what I'll do is I'll swap this over to the other camera and we'll get going. No, it's actually Sean. Jake's number 2, Kim, Sean's number 1. So he'll be turning 23. 23. All right, let's swap this over. Okay, so got a few samples to show you. So this one here is our 14 gauge AWG, which is 1.6 millimeter diameter wire. And the ring sizes for both of the anodized and the bright aluminium are 5/16 of an inch or 7.94 millimeters. Okay, so that's the 14 gauge. 16 gauge AWG, 1.2 millimeter diameter wire. The ring sizes here are 7/32 of an inch or 5.56 millimeters. 18 gauge is 1 mil wire and the ring ID is 3/16 of an inch or 4.76. You can see with this one I got a little tricky, and instead of doing it all the one way, I alternated it and just gave it a slightly different look to the pattern. That was a little bit of fun. And then this last one is 20 gauge AWG, 0.8 millimeter diameter wire, and the ring ID for this one is 5/32 of an inch or 3.97 millimeters. So that's the 4 gauges. So I'll just tonight demonstrate in the 5/16 because it's nice and easy to see. They're all pretty good sizes. The 7/32 in the 16 gauge is probably a little tighter than you would want, but the 1/4 inch was too big. So it's a little trickier in the 16 gauge, the 1.2 millimeter wire, but it still makes a nice, I like it because it keeps its shape. You can see some of them when they're a little bit looser, it tends to move and doesn't hold its shape as well. So it makes it a little harder to do, but gives it a much better final product. All right, so to start this off, make sure I've got the right rings. So I'm using 14 gauge 5/16. And to start this off, you need to make up a 1-2 chain, 1 being the BA, 2 being the AA, for about the length of your bracelet plus another 2 to 3 centimeters on top of that. Okay, so you'll just need to make it a little bit longer because it'll scooch up when we start adding the extra rings to it. 20 gauge the dark BA. Actually, no, that one is all, let's see, there's actually 2 colors in there. So we've got BA there, which are the center rings, and then these other rings here. Oh, wrong one. Sorry, I'm showing you the wrong one. You got a preview of the next one. It's actually black ice.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, it's black ice. It's black ice and dark rose. Sorry, I'm showing you the other one, which is black ice, dark rose, and BA.
I was thinking, no, they look like they've been gumboot.
Yeah, no, it's BA.
It is
AA, sorry. Not BA. All right, I'll get my act together in a minute. I'm missing a twist tie. All right, so I'm just going to put a twist tie at the beginning, makes it nice and easy to hold on to. And as I said, I'm just going to whip up a chain. I'm obviously not going to do it the full length that I need it to be, just enough that I can demonstrate to you guys. But as I said, excuse me, I've got a bit of a croaky throat today. Length of the bracelet plus a couple of centimeters, or an inch if you're in America. Okay, so I'll just do that now. Shout out if there's any questions or anything I need to answer, babe.
Okay, no one's coming. Do a shout out to Wes, just joined us.
Hey Wes, how are you?
Oh, and Brizzy.
Brizzy's popped along?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you want to start and finish your bracelet with a BA ring. Or a single ring, depending on what colour choice. The rings I've chosen will enable you to do it all in AA, obviously, if that's what you want to do. So always start and finish with a single ring. I think that's probably enough for me to show you what we need to do. This weave is pretty easy. Alright, so once you've got your bracelet to the length that you need it to be, our next ring is going to go through the AA rings. Okay, so take up one of your BAs, and what we're going to do here is we want to slightly separate these 2 rings here. So we're going to put our bright aluminium ring through, say, this bottom one here first. So just the bottom ring of those 2. Okay, like that. And then when we bring it around, we're going to go through the top ring. So you can see that we've just slightly offset those 2 rings by doing that. And then we close that up. Okay, and you flip it over to the other side. So this is what it currently looks like. Flip it over to the other side and put it through the same positions on the other side. So just mimic what you've done. Okay, and close it up. So that's one section there. And that's it. That's all you have to do all the way down. So you just need to make sure that when you place the ring, unless you're doing this one here where I deliberately changed the pattern, it doesn't matter which side you start on first, as long as you keep the pattern the same. So I had it around this way before, so my ring went through the bottom one first. But if I have it around this way, I just look to the one I did before, and I want to see that that ring wants to go through the top one. Okay, so this one, it doesn't matter which way You'll hold your piece whether there's a front or a back. You just need to pay attention to the patterning that's in place beforehand. Okay, so keeping it in pattern, I'm going down through the top this time and up through the bottom one so that it looks the same as this first one here. Close that up. Okay, so it looks like that. So it's a bit loose at the moment until we lock the ring on the other side. So we turn it over and we want to place another bright aluminium ring on the other side going through the same path. Okay, so going down through this one here and up through our top one. Okay, so down through there and up through there. So as I said, that's a really easy weave. I'm assuming you guys had no trouble with that, especially the Maille Club people who got the tutorial earlier. And I'll just place one more. Okay, so keeping it in pattern with the ones before it, I'm going to go down through the ring on the bottom and up through the ring on the top. Okay, so down through the ring on the bottom first, and then just up through the ring on the top. Okay, so that it offsets those two rings. Close it up. Flip it over to the other side and just place ring on the other side through this same path. Okay, so through the one on the top, through the one on the bottom. And that's it. That, guys, is bee stings. So I'm gathering everyone is okay with that. You don't need me to do any more. So as I said, you can just keep the pattern like that, or you can swap the pattern around. I have no idea if swapping the pattern around is going to give it a completely different name. But I just did that the other day while I was mucking around with it.
It's nice for a pretty easy weave to whip up, isn't it?
It is really easy. Yeah, I mean, that's the way I like to do it. There are other ways to do it. I think this one is the easiest way.
Yeah.
Personally. All right, so that's bee stings. So that's our first weave. I'll leave it at that then if you guys are happy with it. The next one I'm going to do is Bipolar Bee Stings, which, as I said, even though it's got a similar name, I guess it's got a similar look, but it doesn't use the base weave the same. So to give you an idea of what that looks like, I've only got 3 sizes for you because it uses 2 different wire gauges per piece. So this one here uses 14 gauge AWG for the large joining rings. So these large rings here. And we use 16 gauge AWG for this unit section here, okay, in both the bright aluminium and the anodized. So these are 7/32 of an inch or 5.56 millimeters. These ones are 5/16, 7.94 millimeters, okay. The next size down uses a combination of 16 and 18 gauge. So 16 gauge 7/32 is the large joining rings. And the 18 gauge rings, which is this section, whole section here, they are both 3/16 of an inch or 4.76 millimeters in there. Okay. And then our last one is 18 gauge and 20 gauge. So 18 gauge 3/16 for the large joining rings. And the smaller little bee sting sections are 20 gauge 5/32 of an inch or 3.97 millimeters. So that's the bipolar bee sting. So yeah, I mean, it sort of kind of looks like it, but not really. I can't use the base weave to start. It uses the same sizes, but it doesn't necessarily use the same base weave. All right, so I will make a start on this one. This one's a little bit trickier, and this one does need you to have your rings being held a certain way. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a large 5/16 ring, and I'm going to pop on 2 anodized 16 gauge 7/32 rings, okay, and I'm going to close those up because I just popped those on open. So you can pre-close those 2 rings or just do what I just did, which was pop them on and now close them up. Okay. So once you've got that, put your twist tie on. And as I said, this weave does depend on it being in a certain direction, being held in a certain direction. Up is up. So I like to just fold my twist tie over so that I know that this is my front if I put it down. Okay, so whatever works for you, just so you remember which way is your front and which way is your back. Okay, so we've got our first large ring and we've got our 2 AA rings on. Now we want to place another couple of our AA rings. And we're going to Mobius them through the pair that's already here. Okay, so the easiest way I've found to do this is we work 1 ring at a time. So I'm going to take my left ring here. I'm going to come from the inside of my piece, okay, go through my AA ring and come up and pick up the bright aluminium ring as well. Okay. And then I'm going to do the same for the other ring that I pushed aside. Okay, I'm going to open up a new ring. And again, I'm coming in from the inside, working out. Come in through my AA ring. And then I also pick up my bright aluminium ring as well. Okay, and close that up. All right. So this is what we've got currently. There we go. All right, and what we want to do next is we want to take up a bright aluminium ring, and this time it's the 7/32, so the same size as the aluminium, the AA. And we want to pick up, make sure this is sitting properly. Okay, we want to make sure we pick up the 2 outside rings, okay, of each pair. So we want this ring here on the outside and this ring here on the outside. Okay, so I'm going to open that up. So pick up the ring that's on the outside and the ring that's on the outside. Okay, so our work currently looks like this. So that pushes the other 2 rings up through the middle. And then we bring our bright aluminium around and we pick up those 2 rings. Okay, so firstly we go through the 2 outside rings on the bottom, and then we go through the 2 middle rings at the top. So that's the same as what we did before when we split the 2 anodized aluminium rings and made them skew sideways. But this time we're dealing with 4 rings, not 2. Okay, and once you've done that, you close that ring up. Okay, and your work looks like this. And you want to flip it over and place another bright aluminium ring through the same paths to hold it all in place. Okay, so just through the same rings Much easier this time because they're already separated for you. I'll just go through them. I can get it to behave. There we go. Keep wanting to move away from me. All right, I'm going to attack it a little bit differently. There we go. And then just close those up. Okay. So again, making sure I've got my front facing me. This is what we're looking for at the moment. Okay, we take up our big ring, our large bright aluminium ring, our 14 gauge ring. And what we want to do with this one is we want to go between the two bright aluminium rings that are in here, but we also want to pick up all 4 of the anodized aluminium rings. Okay, so just slip it in through the side there, and as you bring it across, make sure, I can't get it too close without it going blurry, but make sure you pick up all 4 of those aluminium rings. So you can see, hopefully, that ring through there. So it's going between the two BA, but through the middle of all the AA. And then close it up. Okay, so there's one completed section. And then we just keep going. So we do the same thing. We put 2 anodized aluminium rings on the large ring that we just placed. Okay, in preparation for the next unit. But we want to mirror the placement of these rings. So whereas last time we went from the inside out, this time we're going from the outside in. Okay, so we're going to take up another ring. So to do that, I'm going to push that one out of the way again, and I'm going to go from the outside. I'm going to go straight through that and then pick up that ring there in the middle. Okay, close it up. And then on the other one, we do the same. We go from the outside, we pick up our red one, and we pick up our bright aluminium one. I'll just move that pair out of the way so we can see that a bit better. So through the outside to the middle, picking up the aluminium and the bright aluminium rings. Okay, and our work currently looks like this. Okay, and then this time we want to go through this pair of rings here. Okay, you can see that. You can see they're hanging a little bit lower than the other rings. That's the rings there that we want to place our next ring through. Okay, so we open up one of the bright aluminiums in the 7/32. We go through those 2 rings and then bring it up and go through the other remaining pair of rings. Close it up. Okay, flip it over to the other side because it still looks like a bit of a mess at the moment. Put another bright aluminium ring on the other side through the same path so that it holds them all in place. Okay, close that up. All right, and it looks like that. So you can see that those units are mirroring each other. just to finish it all up so it looks nice and neat, we'll put another 14 gauge ring in, remembering between the bright aluminium. So we're not actually going through the bright aluminium, we're just going between the bright aluminium, but we're picking up all 4 of our anodized aluminium rings when we do it. So straight in between there, making sure you pick up all 4 colored rings and bring it out the other side. Okay, close it up. And that's what it looks like. All right, so do you guys need to see that again? Would you like me to do another one, or are we okay with that? It is a lot trickier. You do have to make sure you've always got the front to you. I mean, the standard weave is that each unit is mirrored. You know, if you don't want to mirror it, you want to do it the other way, go for it. It's your work, do what you like. But that's just showing you how the weave is on male artisans. Oberon? No, I don't think so, honey. I think that's our neighbours.
No, I did hear.
Oh, you did hear Opes? Okay.
I don't know where he is though.
I couldn't hear him. I know our neighbours are quite loud at the moment. So everyone's okay with that? Awesome. Beautiful. All right, well, I won't struggle with it. Excellent. You're all too clever for me now. Look at yous. All right.
No wonder why this is the last month.
That's right. I don't
need it anymore.
I don't need to teach them anymore. No, they're all too good for me now. I can resign. Excellent. It's a lovely weave. I actually really like it. I'm surprised at how much I liked it. But it is you've got to pay more attention to it than you do to bee stings. And this, again, the 730 seconds is not the ideal ring size. But the next size up was way too loose. I didn't like it. You know that I like it when it's a little bit tighter. I did try doing it a slightly different way, and it was too hard with the 730 seconds, which is why I did it this way. So hopefully you guys understand. Well, you seem to understand that all right. You heard one meow, Brizzy? Oh, you got better ears than me.
Yeah,
Or I'm
but
used to just tuning him out.
Yeah, he needs to do a lot more than that, I think.
He's a bit of a whiny cat at the moment, so I've gotten used to tuning him out. All right, beautiful. Well, hopefully you guys are fine with that. I know that a few of you have done it already, and Miss Susie was one, and I think Di Wilkinson has done one as well. So that's that.
Don't forget Malcon.
Yeah, all right. So as Chris said, we're still taking sign-ups for Malcon. All classes are still open at this stage. We do have one or two that are close to, there's only a couple of spots left, but there's still plenty of other classes available. We haven't reached our required minimum yet, so if you're thinking of signing up, do so. We'd really hate to cancel it.
However, on the flip side of that, one class is just about booked out for all those people who have signed up.
Yes,
so
yes.
If you want the class you want.
If you want the class you want, you do have to sign up early, because we do have a couple of classes that there are only one session of, and that's it. There's no second session. So one of those classes in particular are the ones that is nearly full. Booked and paid. I know, it's all very exciting, guys. Looking forward to catching up with you all again. All right, bye, Margaret. Thanks for coming along.
Yep, see you, Margaret.
I did notice that there were a couple of people asking about the new Maille Club.
Yes, so
Yep.
Wes was asking when it was opened.
Yep, which will be May.
1st of May.
1st of May it will open up. And the quilt is the only other thing that's happening at the moment, and we're still waiting for that to be finalised. I don't know if Wes is still here.
There's just one more piece for you.
We're waiting on one more piece, and then we will start setting up. Well, Wes has got to get it down to us, and then we'll set up the ticket sales and hopefully get it organised. An Imperial measurement for 14 gauge 10 mils.
Closest.
So 3/8 is 9.53 mils.
Yeah.
I don't know of any 10 mils off the top of my head. What that is in fractional inches. I don't think we've got anything close to 10 mils.
25/64.
25/64 apparently is
According to Uncle Google.
okay. All right. 14 gauge is 1.6 mils. I don't know what that is in inches. I'm sorry, I've got no idea.
Oh, do you want me to check?
Yeah, you're the one who's got Google in front of you.
I think it's like, nah.
Okay, well hopefully we'll get that other patch done soon, and Wes will get it down to us. We're hoping to convince Wes to bring it down personally for MailCon. Just throw it in your carry-on luggage. Did you look up what 1.6 mils is, darling?
Oh yes, it is 0.06 of an inch.
0.06
Yep.
of an inch. So 14 gauge is 0.06 of an inch, and the closest fractional inch is 25/64. Oh, gotta love Uncle Google. Absolutely, I'd be lost without it now. All right, so I think that's it. Does anybody else have any questions or anything that... yeah, that's me, Brett. Subtle till the end. Anybody got any other questions or anything that you would like covered? Otherwise, I think we're done. So we've got one more session this month under our old subscription service. And then that's it. We're done. We've got a month off, and then we'll start the new projects. Oh, that's a shame, Wes. I was really hoping we'd get you down here, mate.
That is a shame.
Not to worry. All right then. Going to Tassie to look after your mum. Oh, okay, Annette.
I hope she's all well.
Hope it's not
Gets
too
over the op pretty quick.
big of an op.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm playing with that again. I'm probably making noises. I'm such a fidgeter. Alright, lovelies. Well, I guess that's it. Oh, a knee. Ugh, they're nasty. Those things are. The way my knees are going, I'm probably going to need one of those too. Alright, well, we'll leave you then, I think. If no one else has got any other questions or anything they want to talk about. We've got presents to wrap and things, I suppose.
We do. Got to get Easter stuff organised.
Got to get it all organised for our big day tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right, guys, thank you so much for coming along and joining us this week. We really do appreciate it. We'll catch up with you next week. It's our chat and prize giveaway session, our last one for the foreseeable future. So hopefully you guys will pop in and join us then. And as I said, yeah, we'll take a month off, and then we'll come back with the premiere videos, so not quite the live streams, but we will still be there watching it along with you guys, getting ready to chat. Yes, and sign up to MailCon, because as I said, we haven't reached our minimum yet, so we still need a few people to sign up and come along. All right, beautiful people, thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your Easter break. Be safe. Enjoy your chocky, and we'll catch up with you next week. Mwah! Love you guys. Bye.